and encourage and love my coworkers on the field. Sometimes encouragement looked like watching kids, so Brian or Lois or Louie or Amber could go do something in town or go out on a date. Sometimes it looked like cleaning up messes, praying together, being a listening ear, talking about the Word together, drinking lots of coffee, sometimes playing games, and just being there through thick and thin. I'm really thankful for just the friendship and care and love from both couples, and because the O'Tooles left in November, a lot of my time on the field this year was spent with Brian and Lois and their family, and I can honestly say I think one of the reasons God brought me to South Africa during this season was to be a friend to Lois and a friend to their family. I was unbelievably loved by their children, which was a balm to my heart. Charlie and I have a really special bond, which is fun. Selfishly, like, his first words were Mommy, Daddy, and Abby, which I loved. He often would just wander down, like, out of his house and knock on my door and come in to see me. So it actually got to the point towards the end of my stay where even if their parents were in the room, they would ask me if they could go do something. So I was just there a lot, and serving their family sometimes meant loading the dishwasher. Sometimes it means, I don't know, it's just all kinds of little ways, and I was really blessed to know them and be a part of their lives. I really miss them. It was funny, since I've been back home, I've been staying with my mom and dad, and it's just so quiet there. And I've had a couple opportunities since being back to be around families with kids, and moms are always like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry." I'm like, "For what? I feel right at home. This is great. This is how this is what I'm used to, and I love it." And I also had two roommates this year who you'll see come up in a little bit. Jess, who I mentioned earlier, who's from West Des Moines. She was there January to December. And then Lucy, who is a South African girl who's from Joburg. She came down, I believe, full-time in March to work with us. And again, learning how to be a friend and a roommate, and living together and working together and being each other's only friends is really hard. It takes a lot of work, and I learned a lot about relationships and people this year, but I was also just so blessed to be friends with these ladies, to serve alongside them, to learn from them, and to just be encouraged by them when I was down and encourage them when they were down, and I'm really thankful. I don't know where there's a little letter. I was really blessed and thankful for their friendship. You can be praying for Lucy. She's there by herself now since I've gone home, and the hardest, which sounds crazy to say, but the hardest season for me this year, I think, was January, February, and March, when I didn't have a roommate and a friend. That was really hard, and that's where Lucy is right now. So if you think of her, just be in prayer for her.